Hello and welcome to your Holistic Earth podcast. My name is Kat Halushka and I will be your host for today. So I'm super excited to have Jessica Derksen with me today. We'll be talking all about habit change. I'm stoked for that. So first, let me tell you about Your Holistic Earth, which is a bridge that connects you to local and national experts in the field of holistic medicine. In each episode of this podcast, we're going to bring experts that are going to help you be healthier and have an increased sense of well-being. Welcome, Jessica. Super excited to have you here today.
Hey, Kat. I'm so excited to be here.
So we're going to start super easy. Why don't you tell us what it is that you do and how you help people?
Yeah, so I'm a health and life coach, and I really work with women specifically to change their habits, to change their life. So I really don't believe in quick fixes, crazy, strenuous workouts, military exercise, none of that. It's truly about lasting change and creating that by changing your habits.
Love it. And habits, especially right now, are tough. A lot of people are going through big changes in their life, losing their jobs, changing their jobs, working from home, right? So it's a whole new set of the habits. So I'm curious, what are some of the things that people have misconceptions about habit change?
I think people always think they can just quit a habit and then that's it, but you can't just stop a habit. You have to replace it, right? So you have to when you want to take something out, you have to bring something new in. So it's really important to get crystal clear on what it is you're trying to create in your life, who you're trying to grow into, who do you want to become, and then replace the habits that aren't serving you with something new. So that's definitely number one, is people always think, okay, I can just stop this. I'm going to, cut out sugar. I'm going to stop my, after dinner cake routine. I'm going to, but they don't think about what they're going to replace it with. And that's a lot of times where they don't have that follow through.
Awesome. And I guess I'm curious then, because sugar is big for me. It has been a bad habit of mine that I've had for many, many years. And so I never thought about actually replacing that with something different. So what am I looking at? What are some of the suggestions that you would make for me?
So especially when it comes to sugar, I really like to look at it as like a polarity of food. So sugar is kind of that expansive food. And then when you look at saltier foods, meat, that's like the contractive food. So trying to really balance that out. So finding that balance. And a lot of time with sugar cravings, it's your lifestyle too. So if you're always doing contractive activities and you're always on the go and you're high stress and you're go, your body is craving that, to balance itself out, that relaxation. But in your head, you think that's like sugar and these expansive foods, maybe wine, all that kind of stuff. So really you have to look at, in terms of cravings, your lifestyle and, what's going on with you, what's going on with what kind of foods you're eating and your lifestyle, and really think, what is my body trying to tell me? Where's that balance I'm trying to create? And so, of course, when it comes to sugar, I always tell people, when you have that craving or any craving, go chug a glass of water. A lot of the times we're dehydrated or we've had caffeine, and caffeine kind of gives us that blood sugar level roller coaster. So go chug some water, wait 5 minutes, and then see. And then, fill your sweet tooth with that craving with sweet vegetables, fruits, lots of spices, all of that kind of stuff is really good. And moving your body is really good to get over your cravings, a good way to balance out yourself. And sleep is so important, Kat. I always know if I don't have a good night's sleep the next day, we're craving sugar, right? Because we want that sugar high. We want that rush of energy. So when you get a good night's sleep, you make better decisions the next day.
And Jessica, I'm sure myself, you, and many, many listeners here heard that before. It takes something like 30 days to set a habit. What do you think? Is that true?
So people always say that, okay, I'm going to do this. I don't think it's about the number of days. It's about consistency. So are you doing it? Because someone's like, oh, I did this 10 days ago and 30 days later, nothing changed. But you have to do it consistently for so many days. So I think everyone's different on how they create a habit. I don't like putting a number to it because that's, again, brings you to that short term, like that diet mentality for anything, right? So it's a quick fix, 30-day quick fix. And then after that 30-day, there's nothing else, right? So it's about consistency over time and small changes. You don't have to be drastic. That's when people really don't follow through, where they give up. So small changes every day.
Amazing. And so as a health coach, tell me more about what was your experience? Why did you go in that industry? What did you have to overcome in order to be able to support your clients in the way that you do now? Because I've heard so many good things about you.
Yeah, so when I was younger, I finished university. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And I was in like a really dark place. I was not taking care of my body, not taking care of my health, emotionally, mentally, physically, but in bad relationships because I didn't think I deserved more. I didn't like myself. And so I went to the doctor and he wanted to give me antidepressants. I don't like taking medication, but I wasn't depressed. Like I was just going through a hard time. So he said to me, just move your body for the next 30 days and see what happens. And so I did. And over time, like moving my body really, really did change my life. And it sounds so simple, but 30 minutes a day changes. It's not even about how you look, it's about how you feel. And it helped me mentally, emotionally. And so that really was the start of my transformation. And through that, I learned how to create new habits in my life. And I did a lot of work on my own, but I also hired a lot of coaches and did a lot of work with other people to help me really love who I am. And that's the thing when it comes to habit change, you have to love who you are from the inside out, right? You have to have that relationship with yourself because habit change is changing your identity. It's growing into the person you're meant to be. So you're changing your judgments, your self-talk, all of that about yourself to grow into the person you want. So you have to love yourself and you have to respect yourself to be able to make that change. And so that's where my journey started. And then years later, I was working in a job that I really didn't like. And I found myself going back to old habits. So when you are in a time of stress or unknown and fear, you often go back to old patterns of behavior that don't really serve you, right? So I started to notice I was doing this and I was like, no, something has to change. I have to change my life. I can't just wake up, go to work, be miserable and come home, repeat every single day. And so I actually read a book called The Passion Test. And through that, I did all of this. By then I was like, I want to be a health coach. Like I loved like how much I've taken care of myself and my body. And by this point, I had friends that I was, helping and working out with all the time. And so I was like, this is my passion. Like, I want to help people like change their life so they live a life, a long, healthy life. So yeah, that's really where it all kind of came from. I didn't know if a health coach was a thing. So then I had to do research. And it's like, oh, this exists. Okay, I'm going to do my education around it.
It's pretty phenomenal. All of those industries and all the new professions are coming out in the last just few years, right? And I think we're truly entering the age where people can live their passion and still make good income, take care of themselves, and serve the world, right? So thank you for serving us with your passion. It's phenomenal. For those of us who want to connect with you, who have questions, want to reach out and work with you, where do we go?
Yeah, the best way to find me is Instagram, Facebook. My handle for both is at Jessica Derksen Health Coach. And that's probably the easiest way. Send me a message and I'd love to connect.
Awesome. And guys, for the link, you can check out the show notes. Make sure you check out all the other episodes that we have with amazing experts in holistic medicine. And make sure that you actually follow this podcast. For those of you who want to check out Your Holistic Earth, which is a phenomenal resource for people who want a healthier and happier life, go to profitableimpactacademy.com/YHE. See you in the next episode.